What if I told you there's a mammal that never has just one baby? It always gives birth to 4 identical clones every single time? Picture this. Deep in a burrow somewhere in the American Southwest, a female armadillo is about to become a mother. She doesn't wonder how many babies she'll have. She doesn't hope for a healthy litter. She knows with absolute certainty that she will deliver exactly 4 pups. Not 3, not 5, always 4. And here's what's even stranger. Those 4 babies will be genetically identical copies of each other. This isn't just a quirk of nature. It's a biological rule that has puzzled scientists for decades. While most mammals produce litters of varying sizes, the armadillo operates like a precision factory, manufacturing the same product every time. How did evolution arrive at this bizarre system? And what advantage could possibly come from having quadruplets every single time? To understand this 441 special, we need to look at what makes armadillos so different from every other mammal on the planet. Most mammals reproduce with something called polyovulation, meaning the mother releases multiple eggs, each fertilized by different sperm. That's why puppies in a litter can look totally different from one another. But armadillos took a different path. A single fertilized egg is produced, just one. That egg should, in theory, develop into one embryo. But in armadillos, something extraordinary happens next. That single egg splits not once, but twice, creating 4 separate embryos from one original zygote. It's a process called polyembryony, and in the world of placental mammals, it's almost unheard of. Armadillos are one of the very few mammals that use this strategy as their default reproductive mode. But why? What's the evolutionary logic behind this 4-way split? Let's break it down step by step first. The split itself. When that single fertilized egg begins dividing, it doesn't just form a ball of cells destined to become one individual. Instead, around the 2-cell or 4-cell stage, the embryo separates into distinct units. Each of these units continues developing independently, eventually forming 4 separate beings. Because they all come from the same original egg and sperm combination, they share 100% of their DNA. They are natural clones, identical in every genetic detail. You might think this would make them vulnerable. If one gets sick, wouldn't all 4 be susceptible? But evolution doesn't do things without reason. There's a hidden advantage here. Imagine you're an armadillo. You're not a social animal. You spend most of your life alone, digging for insects, avoiding predators. Your world is tough. Food can be scarce. Danger is constant. In that kind of environment, reproducing is a huge investment. Carrying and raising young takes energy you might need to survive. So evolution had to find a balance. If you only had one baby at a time, your genetic legacy would be slim. If you had a large litter of non-identical pups, each would be genetically unique, but they might be weaker, more variable in their ability to survive. The armadillo's solution: produce multiple copies of your most successful genetic combination. It's like betting all your chips on one good hand and then splitting that hand into 4 equal parts. If the parents' genes are well adapted to their environment, the clones will be too. It's efficiency through repetition, but there's another layer to this story: the question of timing. Armadillo mothers have a unique challenge. After mating, the fertilized egg doesn't implant in the uterus right away. It floats. It delays. This is called embryonic diapause, and it allows the female to give birth at the most optimal time, when temperatures are right and food is abundant. When conditions are perfect, the egg finally implants and the cloning process begins. So not only does she get 4 identical pups, she gets them exactly when they're most likely to survive. It's a reproductive strategy fine-tuned by millions of years of digging, hiding, and surviving in some of the most unpredictable habitats. Now, you might wonder, doesn't this lack of genetic diversity put armadillos at risk? If a new disease comes along, couldn't it wipe out entire populations since everyone is so genetically similar? It's a valid concern. But armadillos have been doing this for a very long time, and they're still here. Their populations maintain diversity because different families have different genetic combinations. It's not that all armadillos are clones of each other, just the siblings within one litter. Across the species, there's still plenty of variation. And this system clearly works. Armadillos have expanded their range dramatically over the last century, moving northward into regions they've never inhabited before. There's also something almost poetic about the result. 4 identical armadillo pups born together, emerging into a world of dirt and sunlight. They stay with their mother for a few months, learning to forage, to dig, to curl into a ball when threatened. And then they go their separate ways, 4 genetic copies, each carrying the same blueprint, each facing the world alone. It's a strange kind of family, a litter of ones that are also one. This bizarre reproductive strategy raises bigger questions about life itself. Why do some species diversify their offspring while others replicate them? In the armadillo's case, the answer seems to be about certainty. In an uncertain world, they found a way to make one thing predictable. They turned reproduction into an exact science, a perfect, repeatable process that has allowed them to thrive across 2 continents. From the deserts of Texas to the grasslands of Argentina, the rule holds: 1 egg, 4 babies, always. If you could clone any animal, which one would it be and why? Let me know in the comments. And don't forget to subscribe to Animal Fact Vault for more wild revelations from the animal kingdom.